Just a disclaimer here, most of the information I gather and that I learned has arrived from looking at a shit, calculating myself, and even testing them out in game. I don't do this kind of thing to be like,
hey guys, look at me, I have a huge understanding of the game, I am the only reliable source of info, I'm always right.
I just do this for fun, and just in case there's a small number of people from my 20 viewers that know I exist who actually might find this useful. If you think I'm wrong, which I probably am, just go ahead and tell me why. I'm willing to have a civilized conversation about a gacha games concept with another fellow Arknights enjoyer. You've probably gone around, looking at your operator's kits, skills, talents and as such. And you see these things, attack speed and attack interval. Both can be confusing already when trying to compare them. Every operator in the game has their set attack speed and attack interval. When you combine those together you get something called attack time, which means how many seconds it takes for the operator to perform an attack. But that's in simple terms. This next bit might be a bit complicated to understand, so I'll try to go slowly and clear, even though I'm using text-to-speech. I'm such a loser. Operators have a value assigned to each of their stats. They all will have a different value for their HP, their attack, defense and so on. However, everybody shares the same value for attack speed, that being 100. Attack speed is closely linked to attack interval. And if you're a mathematical genius, they are indirectly proportional to one another. What this means is that as the attack speed increases, or as you add more to the 100, the attack interval becomes shorter, meaning the time needed for the next attack is reduced. And alternatively, as you take away from the attack speed, the attack interval will increase, making the attack time slower. Attack speed and attack interval are not the same thing. Utage gains plus 100 attack speed once her HP reaches less than or equal to 30%, meaning that her base attack speed goes from being 100 into 200. Her attack speed has doubled, meaning that the attack interval has halved, so she attacks twice as fast as normal. Her base attack time is 1.2 seconds, so half of that would be 0.6. Another thing to notice is that you should never treat attack speed plus X as a percentage. And you should never treat attack interval X% as a flat number. These stats have their own values and cannot be converted to anything else. Let's now look at some quick examples to make sure it makes sense in practice. Skyfire's skill 2 will increase her attack interval by plus 70%. She has an attack interval of 2.9 seconds, and an attack speed of 100. However, the attack speed is not affected at any point, so we don't need to worry about it for this. To calculate her actual speed during S2, we need to get 70% of 2.9, and add that number back to 2.9. 2.9 multiplied by 0.7 gives us 2.03. So 2.9 plus 2.03 is 4.93. Her actual in-game attack time will change from being 2.9 seconds into being 4.93 seconds. That was an example that didn't have anything to do with attack speed, just attack interval. Let's now look at someone who changes only their attack speed. And yes, I am very based. Tomomi's skill 1 will only change her attack speed. Once you mastery 3 it, she will gain plus 90 attack speed for 30 seconds. Tomomi has a base attack interval of 1.6, and an attack speed of 100. If you were to treat this flat number as a percentage in the same way we treated the attack interval when we tested Skyfire, then what we would do is take the 1.6, and multiply 0.9, giving us 1.44. But that is incorrect, as it barely increased her attack time. The correct way of doing this is different. As stated earlier on, attack speed and attack interval are indirectly proportional to one another. Quick maths lesson. Direct proportion is when you can simply multiply two numbers to get the right answer. That's how it worked with Skyfire. Attack interval is directly proportional to attack time. However, attack speed is indirectly proportional to attack interval. That means you need to divide to get the correct answer. So what we need to do is take the 1.6 and divide by 1.9. For context, the base attack speed is 100, so that would be by 1. But we are adding 90 to the 100, making it 190, so it is now a 1.9. If we were adding plus 100 attack speed, it would be 200, so we by 2. Hopefully this reasoning made sense. But anyway, 1.6 divided by 1.9 gives us 0.84 rounded to the second decimal place. Now this is the correct answer. It is very close to being twice as fast as when we started, but not quite. Which makes sense since we used plus 90 and not plus 100. Well then. I doubt this video was very helpful to that many people, and I think it would be better to learn this info through reading rather than watching and listening. There are probably documents online explaining things better than I did, or maybe there's other people who made even better videos than me, but as long as 1 or 2 people find this video helpful, or even just enjoyable to watch, then I'll be happy. And I hope you are happy too. Thank you for listening, and remember to always pat your croc.